Hi, welcome back, guys. Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon, wherever you are. Welcome to the podcast of Egress. Today, we have a very special guest. We have a sister from Canada, Toronto or Ottawa. Either one, she's going to let us know. A very qualified electrician, a blue collar. It's a very interesting topic today, very insightful. She's going to let us know the challenges that she came across moving back to the motherland and what she has faced. Without any further ado, I'd like to welcome the special guest, Laila Ali. So, thank you so much, Laila. Thank you for taking the time to definitely sit with us.
No problem.
I want to basically just give you a rundown of what we do here.
Yes.
And we basically invite guests like yourself who have moved back to the motherland, hence the name Egress, mass migration. And we need to actually change the narrative, because a lot of people, when they think of Somalia or think of Africa, they think of pirates, they think of like famine. They don't think that there's opportunities there. They don't think that people can come and thrive here. And hence why we are changing the narrative, and this is why we invite guests like yourself. So without any further ado, I would like to give yourself a little introduction to the audience. Let them know where you're from. Let them know that what you do. And we'll just go from there, inshallah.
My name is Laila Ali. I am from Canada.
Okay.
I grew up in Toronto, but I worked and lived in Alberta.
Alberta, okay.
Yeah, Alberta, Edmonton, Fort McMurray. Where you at?
Where you at?
But yeah, that's where I basically got my journeyman ticket as an electrician.
Okay.
And I see that there is an issue with electricity here and how people handle it and deal with it, and the importance of it with no education behind it.
Alright, so before we get to that, so when you were in, what made you wanted to learn electrician? Because I'm guessing there's females right now listening. They're like, probably thinking of doing blue collar work, and they're probably thinking to themselves, oh, maybe I shouldn't do this or not. But
do it. I tell everybody to do it because you're working half in, half out. Probably 80% you're in the field, which is good workout itself, and it helps out. And you and your partner is the only people you're dealing with. You get some work to be handed to you to be done by the end of the day in the morning, and that's it. Which I love. It's like you have a day to finish. Basically, you started with nothing in the morning, and by the end of the day, you made something out of nothing.
Wow. Okay.
So it's pretty nice.
What made you
get into?
Yeah, get into.
I don't know. I knew I was always an active person, and I wanted to be outside.
Yeah.
And I did safety in the oil and gas for a bit, and I seen a lot of the guys working in the trades, and I've kind of basically did some research of what's the best trade for me, and electrical is the best of both. So there's a lot of theory behind it because it's current electricity. So you are really getting a lot of education, but at the same time, you have opportunity to move up. So even as a female, when you're young, you could be in the field, work as much as the guys, but when you decide to settle down and have kids, it's also very good because you could be an estimator, you could be a project manager, you could be a coordinator. There's just so many avenues of things you could do that's Monday to Friday, and short in hours too for you with your benefit.
Wow. That's actually quite interesting, because I'm from Australia, and when I hear blue collar, I think of the bogans, and I think of in Australia we call them wogs, which is like the Greeks and the Italians, and they're mainly in the blue collar. Is that the same thing in Canada?
Like laborers, basically.
Yeah, they're like
but in Canada, in Alberta, it's mostly blue collar. That's what runs that place,
Okay.
So nobody can look down on you because you're making great money.
They actually make good money.
And you make money from the first day you start the program.
Wow.
Being in trades is the best thing for you because you're getting paid from the first day that you decide to go into trades, which is, I think it's a beautiful thing.
How long does it take to complete the course?
So it's you in Alberta, which I think has the best education, which is known to have the best education when it comes to
blue collar.
Blue collar and trades and and so on. So, but like it's like 2 months of school a year, and 8 months of work, basically.
Wow.
So every year you're giving yourself a raise. You could be doing that for another year, 3 years. You could be a first year, second year for probably a while. But the thing is, so it's how ambitious you are and how much that you want it. So the more hours you work, the most likely you'll get back to school. 2 months of it, you get it done, and you give yourself a raise.
Wow. Okay. So, so if the person was just thinking of starting, it would be what, a 2 or 3 or 4 year journey, or?
Yeah. Well, it's the only option is 4 years. So you do 2 years of school, the first 3 years, and then the third year, the fourth year, you're doing 3 months.
Wow. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
And it's intense. Like those 2 months is what you would do in a year or a semester in school.
Wow.
And we like literally eat, sleep, like our education for those 2 months, and that's all you're doing. Forget family, forget kids, forget everybody. Like you're just digging into your school for those 2 months.
Okay, and so let's now move on to the part where you being in Somalia. Like, what was the transition of you coming here first? What was it? Was you a lot of people?
For vacation.
Yes, I was about to say that. Were you like everybody that comes here for vacation?
Yeah.
Everybody starts off as vacation, and
exactly. It was just like that, because I came here for vacation, and I'm like, I'll see for myself, and then go back, and then figure something out, and then come back. But what I realized is that like it's really easy to get tangled up or get tunnel vision when it comes to either being in Somalia or being in whatever country you're in. Because when you're in your country, you're working, you only save minimum. You don't have a lot of money to like just go travel, especially to go to Somalia. A lot of people are in the UK, Europe, Canada, America. Like I know it's not something easy. There's family that comes, there's debts, there's cars, there's everything that needs to be paid off. So it's not so easy to come here. What I'm saying is though, make the effort to come here because it's really worth it. And I wish I packed as though I was staying here a year or longer, so I know what to bring with me.
So when you came here as a holiday, how long did it take for you to say, oh, you know what, maybe I could live here, maybe I could do something? How long did it take for you to say?
So the first 2 weeks of my holiday, obviously I'm bashaling, I'm like everywhere, going everything, and I'm like, wow, if I'm gonna struggle, because life is about struggle, everybody's struggling somewhere, somehow, and I look at it like, if I'm gonna struggle, I'd rather struggle in my own country. Like just seeing everybody around me is the most beautiful thing ever. When I wake up and I go outside, I hear Somali people. When I like go anywhere, any convenient, any store, it's like, even my convenient downstairs guy, the Somali guy, is like, I go buy sugar and I don't have to pay him. Or you can pay at the end of the month, or you know what, pay me later on type of thing. And it just feels home. So those 2 weeks made me decide to say, hey, I'm gonna do a year.
Wow, okay.
So this, now it's just like, I'm at a point, it's like, if I could survive longer, and I'm doing whatever I can to survive as long as I can here, I am willing to just put it all in one basket and stay here. That's where I'm at the moment.
And how long were you basically thought to yourself, oh, you know what, I can take advantage of my skill and maybe do work with my skill? Like I won't.
Well, when I came here, I did come here for vacation, but I also came to look for opportunity. So I was kind of talking to people. I was and with my own eyes, I could see the thing about electricians is we see every house we go to, every building we go to, every restaurant, like we literally do the inspection of the place, looking at where the outlets are, the lights, which one is on, which one is off type of thing. And I've noticed that in Somalia, we lack in trained blue collar people.
Yes, that's so true.
That has to be said, not just for electricians, for plumbers, for every type of person, even an insulator we would need, carpenters we would need, because a lot of things are not framed as they're supposed to be. So if you are an electrician, a carpenter, an insulator, a pipe fitter for sure, a plumber especially is what, and then road guys that know how to work the road, the civil workers and stuff like that, come to Somalia because you could benefit from it. And I'm telling you now, because 5 years from now it'll be 10 times tougher than it is right now to get into it.
That's so true. That's so true.
So take the opportunity, take advantage of it, and while you're young and educated, put that effort towards your country. I just think that because what happens is that you're building somebody else's country and then you come here to retire and die. Why don't you build your own country when you're young and healthy at the same time?
That's so true.
Because everywhere is a struggle itself, and here there's a lot of opportunities. foreigners who went to school, university, college, diploma, trade school, 8-month courses, whatever you think you could give to Somalia and you could come down with it and have a plan. If you can't even make it down here, they could always contact us.
Yeah, definitely.
And we can find out whatever information we can. We can help you do the legwork in Somalia. So don't hesitate. Also invest. I want to get this ahead and out. Invest in land in Somalia. Buy whatever you can right now, because whatever that I was told about it, you were told about it 5 years ago, so that was 300, 500. Now is minimum 5,000 to 100,000 or more.
Yeah, that's so true.
Right? That was 5 years ago. Don't sleep on Somalia. It's trust me, it's booming by the day, by the week, by the hour.
I think what I'm really interested is about, like, when you've actually started a company, right?
Yeah.
Electrician company. And what was the challenges that you first had to go through when you started a company in Somalia, especially being a female?
I think everything is a challenge in Somalia to get started. You just have to be a very patient person, because just to get my license took a few days. A lot of money. Talk to this person, come back, go back there. So every avenue, every area of Somalia is under construction.
Correct. Yeah, that's so true.
So you just have to be pretty patient and try to talk to the right people to help you get what you need. It's good to make friends here and people that could be of an asset to you, to help you, to guide you, people that have been here before you. So I like that aspect where people are trying to be as helpful as they can, but at the same time, like if I go to my bank and I want to do something in Somalia, this is the type of place you might be spending all day at the bank.
Yeah.
That's one of the challenges, is that you went to go do a simple job as like going to the bank and dealing with something.
Yeah.
You're there the whole day. Somebody's just going to tell you to wait for them, and it could be 2-3 hours and 5 hours, or they tell you to come back tomorrow.
So the working culture was one of the challenges that you have to overcome.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And I think, you just touched up on something, because those people listening, we do leave the details of our guests at the bottom. And if you this sector that you're interested in, or a topic that you're interested in, or you have any questions, you can definitely contact any of the guests, which is an amazing thing that we're doing.
Yeah.
So to touch up on it, so now when you overcome the challenges, like, how do you see yourself right now in the next 5 years? Like, where do you see Somalia in the next 5 years?
Being here and hopefully successful. Being one of the pioneers for the rest of the diasporas that's coming back.
Definitely.
Because I do feel like this is a trend that's getting stronger and better.
Every year.
Well, yeah, are just coming back more and deciding. Like, the type of stress I have, there's a big difference between the type of stress I have in another country, which is not my country. But I work and I deserve to be treated the same as another person that was born there.
Correct.
So, but you'll never be appreciated.
No.
You pay your bills, you pay your taxes, you do all of this, and you're always going to be asked the question, so where are you from? Or tone down your attitude, because you don't want to look too aggressive, or you don't want to come off like you're being, I don't know, confrontational or something like that. Yeah. So what I realized is the sanity that I have being here. But again, I'm not saying this place is perfect. It has its own issues, the same way as anywhere else. But I kind of look at it like I can handle that issue better than the other issues that happens in abroad in other countries.
Funny that you say that, because I was talking to a friend of mine the other day, and we just touched up on that. It's like, it feels like, where we're from, Canada, Australia, UK, wherever you are. Yeah. Do you know those white people with the privileges?
Yeah.
It kind of feels like that when you come back here.
Yeah.
Because you kind of feel like, oh my God, this is what they were. Yeah. The access that they used to have.
Yeah.
And this is
I say that a few times. Like when I walk around and I go to stores and I go to the mall and I go all these places, believe me, I feel like I have a privilege that nobody could talk to me in a certain way, deal with me a certain way, or even if you are, it's not something that's being escalated or in any way, or it's going to come back to you in a way where it's assault or harassment or police or anything.
Yeah, definitely.
The other thing is, I I do sometimes even feel like I'm like you're being done in your own country.
Yeah.
Because you'll see me cussing off Eskiriyasha, Naka, but the Bajaj.
Oh, being a Karen.
I'd be like, yo, don't even bother me type of thing, you know? Which I can never think of doing that in Canada because of, again, you're put in a box where
you're a minority.
You are what you are, you're a minority, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and a hijabi, and I can't even believe you speak proper English type of thing.
Yeah, okay, that's so true.
Right?
That's so
but
true.
yeah, I'd be acting like Karen sometimes, I do.
That is perfect. So just to kind of wrap it up, and this is I'm really excited because the people that are listening right now, that want to join blue collar, and that want to come to Africa, what would be the advice that you would say to them?
Go check into your schools. The same way they have colleges and universities, there is trade schools, there is like electrical, plumbing and stuff like that. So you could either go through your high school or your college and they would be able to direct you. Now, if you live in Canada, there is, you have to get indentured with the company. You have to have a blue book, which basically counts your hours and your schooling and all of that other stuff. And that takes a process. But if you are in high school, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm telling you, you make a lot of money as being a plumber or an electrician, over $100,000 a year minimum.
Wow. So that definitely that person could work there and then come here with definitely do something with that.
Yeah.
You know, and this is something that we kind of like repeat over and over again, where we really, those who are listening especially, and those who are subscribed, which I thank you very much for, that you don't want to be looking back in 5 years and be like, man, I wish I went earlier. Like, I wish I went earlier to invest, or I wish I went earlier, because that's happening to us right now.
I was here 5 years ago. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah, so,
I was here 5 years ago to at least assess the situation, to at least have some type of idea of, like, I'm telling you, everything you guys are thinking of back, like when you guys are abroad in Canada, Australia, Europe, whatever, every idea you have, try using it here. Come here, work with it. While you're young, use your strength and health for your country.
Yes.
Your money for your country. Your education and training is the most important thing. And I feel like Somalia, honestly, right now, feels like it's been in war for over 35 years.
Yeah, 30 odd years.
Yeah, it's been in war in so long that like everybody here are not well educated because they're in survivor mode, meaning what they're gonna eat, where they're gonna sleep, that's their mentality and their survival mode. What happened now is that everybody here is not, they have no skills, no education, no training. So even if they went to the university, they're taught that one thing and that's the one thing they could do. It's not somebody that's like open to being like, oh, let me explore this, I could do better in this. No, like you taught them how to I don't know, write, and they'll write the same book. You show them how to do this, they'll do it the same way all the time, or you have to be consistently there with them, right? So all I'm saying, Somalia, all the educated, all the strength, any of that is abroad. Yeah, so money, there's money here, there's investors, don't even worry about it. Figure it out, close, I don't know, go to your job and quit, and get your kids and everybody together and just fly back to Somalia. Come up with a plan and bring it down here with your proposal.
I think that's, you definitely touched up on that. You don't want to just quit and just come here without a plan, because that's definitely a no-no. Like if you
come with a plan. I wanted to get into that field and I changed my mind, but I wish I actually came down saying, hey, you know what, let me explore Somalia for the next 6 months to a year. Then I would have brought everything I could possibly need. Correct. But I came here for vacation, and now the hardest thing I'm having is getting a lot delivered here to me. That's the thing that sucks about it. Okay, so the cons of this place, I don't know if you told them or anything.
No, that's the top.
There's safety, obviously. There's a lot of safety issues that you might be aware of. But to be honest, from what I've seen since February I've been here, I did hear habat shoot. Like there's been gunshots and stuff like that. But I haven't seen anybody bleeding in front of my face. I haven't seen somebody just coming out of nowhere shooting
it's not like
down.
The media.
Yeah, like, and it's not a place of I don't know, intense.
It's not Black Hawk Down.
Yeah, like it's none of that. Like it's really, honest to God, if you do not not roll with the wrong people, you should be able to see safety should be fine for you. And I know everybody thinks that their life is pretty important, but so is everybody else's life here.
Yeah.
Come here, you know, and be humble of who you are, and just say, yo, I want to really check out the city and just check out what opportunities there are here.
Okay, I think that was very, very, very insightful, and I want to thank my very good guest, Laila Ali, for giving us an insight, especially into the blue collar. Because this is the first time we've had a female in blue collar, and I'm guessing you get this a lot.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Even in Alberta, to be honest, there's not a lot of females that are in blue collar as an electrician. On top of that, a hijabi. On top of that, a middle person. So
Yeah, definitely.
there's a lot of strikes against me, but like, do what you love, and
you'll never
you
feel
should
like you're
be
working.
fine.
Definitely. Thank you so much for coming.
No problem. Anytime.
Thank you. Definitely. All right, guys. Hopefully, stay tuned, and we'll see each other next week. Take care.